Hello, Namrata ma'am. Namaste.
Give me a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Allow me a minute, huh? Issue with the there's a technical issue with Airtel in Noida, and all our internet is down, including our phones data. So I have got somebody's phone, and I'm connected to their, and now this is not working.
Ma'am, we can hear you, but yes, you are freezing a little bit.
Wait. I'm sorry, huh? It, why is this not connecting? Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
properly? Is it
Yeah.
echoing?
No, ma'am. It's not echoing.
Okay.
Yeah. Shall we start?
Okay. I'm trying to see if my earpods are not getting connected. Okay, hi.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, thank you so much for joining, ma'am. I can see, I mean, there are some internet connection issues, but still you have you did your best. So thank you so much, ma'am, for that. And we would like to start with the current talk. And yes, Namrata, ma'am, we welcome you with our whole heart. And I would like to open this stage for our moderators, Komal and Avni, for today's session.
Hi, Komal. Hi, Avni.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming.
Of course, pleasure.
Thank you so much, Jyoti, ma'am. I guess we should start with the current talk. A very warm welcome to everyone joining us for yet another inspiring session of the current talk. We are absolutely delighted to have you with us, ma'am, today. And Namrata Joshipura, a woman who truly embodies passion, perseverance, and power. And we are so glad to have you us with you to have us with you today to speak us on the topic of strengthening the body to nurture the spirit of work. And on behalf of everybody, the current team, and us, the people of KARM, we extend a heartfelt welcome to you, and it's truly an honor to have you us with today. Moving onwards, before we start with the talk, I would like to all of us to know what KARM and KARM Awas is. KARM is a transformative institution that is empowering the young women of India, and we have actually opened our application so the people who are watching us today can actually let their friends know about it. KARM Awas is the baby of KARM that is empowering the fellows, that is made by the fellows to empower the young women whom we call Sakhis. Um, we have some guidelines or rules for the people in the house today. We are requested to engage through live chat only. You can post your questions and comments there during the session. In case, like for the worst situation, the YouTube live session faces any technical issue and we go off, a Zoom link will be shared to the facilitators and it will be on the first come and first serve basis and only limited to 100 participants. The recording, like even if you don't enter into the list of 100 participants, the recording and the relevant session materials will be uploaded on the linking channel for the wider access. And all the questions that you share in the live chat will be addressed by the facilitator only at the end of the session. Thank you so much for your patience, everybody.
So, hi everyone. It's my absolute pleasure to introduce a woman who has not only shaped the Indian fashion landscape but also redefined what it really means to live creatively and fearlessly. Namrata Joshipura. Namrata ma'am is a graduate of National Institute of Fashion Technology, NIFT, one of the India's most prestigious fashion institutes. She began her journey at a time when fashion design was still finding its ground in India. when creativity meant taking risks and believing in your vision. With that courage, she launched her own label, Namrata Joshipura, and soon made her mark both in India and abroad. Her collections have been showcased on some of the biggest platforms like Lakme Fashion Week, Will's Lifestyle, India Fashion Week, and have also reached international runways. Many of Bollywood's most celebrated actors, including Deepika Padukone, Priyanka Chopra, and Kareena Kapoor Khan, have worn her creations, which beautifully blend Indian craftsmanship with a global touch. Beyond the world of fashion, Namrata ma'am is also a passionate runner and a trekker. She has completed all six major world marathons from New York to Tokyo, proving that endurance, passion, and creativity can go hand in hand. And I guess it's enough of me listing her achievements. Now it's time to listen to the speaker herself. So let's all put our hands together virtually to welcome our esteemed speaker for the evening, Miss Namrata Joshipura, to share her thoughts, experiences, and wisdom with all of us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Avni. That's a very elaborate introduction. And I'm, despite being a KARM mentor, I am very proud that I am speaking to a bunch of very, very inspiring girls. So more than me inspiring you, I think you guys inspire me more. So, guys, my journey, I'm going to introduce you to my how I started and what my journey has been. And so I studied in Delhi, and I went to Delhi University for exactly 1 year. And I used to play hockey for Delhi State, and I joined DU. I was doing BCom honors, and in 1 year I realized that that's not what I wanted to pursue, and my desire was to be, I was drawn more to the creative world. So I've quit DU. Please don't take doing that. So I quit DU and I applied for NIFT, and I didn't make it in my first attempt, and I made it in my second attempt. And at that time, there was only one NIFT in India, and so I didn't make it the first time. Then I applied the next time, made it, and NIFT was a turning point of my life. I used to be a very active hockey player, etc., etc. And then when I joined NIFT, everything changed. Everything became lots of long hours, and it was a completely new direction. So the life took a different turn. And I very quickly realized that studying in NIFT was beyond a full-time commitment. It was beyond full-time, right? And there I lost my touch with sports, with everything else that I liked. But I continued to work, and when I graduated and started working is when I realized how I really needed to track back into a balance of work, a little bit of self-care. Became a very a tight rope, and like I always say, there's nothing called a work-life balance. It's a work-life harmony, right? If you're always striking for balance, you're never going to find that balance. So it's called work-life harmony, right? So that's what sort of made me realize the importance of discipline, commitment, and to be resilient. And all of that came from the purpose of wanting the best for my work, for myself. And if I looked after myself, so would everybody around me would be looked after, right? So that sort of was the purpose that drove me to want to follow my passion, which was not just, I'm still very passionate about work. I'm still sitting in office and talking to you guys. I love my work, but at the same time, I think what I want to tell you is, as a runner, I really look up to this runner whose name is Kipchoge. He's the world marathon record holder. And I have always said that he has a quote which says, only the disciplined ones are free. Otherwise, you are a slave to your emotions, right? So for everyone, it's just this one, everything that you do, and no matter where you come from, which part of the world, which strata of the society, everything that you do belongs to that only the disciplined ones are free, right? So that's sort of encapsulates my journey. Rest, Avni said everything.
Absolutely, ma'am. Ma'am, since you have, always emphasized balance and discipline in your journey, we would love to know that when you hear this phrase, strengthening the body to nurture the spirit of work, what does it really means to you personally?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Am I audible?
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So I was saying that since you have always emphasized balance and discipline in your journey, so we would love to know when you hear this phrase, strengthening the body to nurture the spirit of work, what does it really means you personally?
So, you know, uh, uh, you have to understand a fit body is a fit mind, right? So when you look after your own, when you're physically fit, your ability, your resilience, your ability to withstand disappointments, your ability to withstand challenges, and your ability to withstand changes is far more than when your brain is, when you have a fit mind, when you have a strong body and a strong mind, you're far more resilient, right? Do you agree with me? Right?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Right? So I think that's the explanation.
Right, ma'am. Since we have a lot of women watching this, these days everybody is like so busy, meeting their deadlines and then their certain classes and a lot of work. How do you make space for, self-care without feeling like that you're falling behind? Because personally, for me, I feel like I'm occupied by college, by internships, by fellowship, and even for like a lot of people like me, it's the same thing. It's like the same story. And I had like a lot of juniors coming up with the same story. Didi, how do you do it? I don't know the answer. Like I want to listen from you that how do we do it? How do we like make
Small
space?
steps. Small steps.
Yeah.
If you set a goal for yourself, I am going to wake up tomorrow at 4 a.m. and I am going to go for a walk. And then I'm going to come home and then I'm going to do yoga and then I'm going to exercise and then I'm going to get ready and then I'm going to go to college. It's not happening, right? Baby steps, small steps. And self-care is not just physical. Self-care is thoughts. Self-care is diet. Self-care is exercise. And self-care is also taking time out to pause your thought process. As young girls, it's very rare, as young, driven, motivated girls that you are, you're constantly seeking, right? You want to excel academically, you want to excel in your social setup, you want to excel in how you look, you want to excel in how you, what people perceive of you, right? But that needs a monitor. You need to monitor your thoughts. You need to monitor. So how it starts is we have to, I would highly recommend everyone watching, just waking up in the morning and being mindful that you just, either before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, just 10 minutes of silence. Don't wake up and reach for your phone. Enough Instagram people, you all follow Instagram reels, and everybody says, don't wake up and look at your phone. Actually, pause for 10 minutes. Just silence and center yourself, either when you go to bed or when you wake up. And baby steps. What I would say is that when you can walk to college, don't take the bus. When you can climb up to your class, don't take the lift, or wherever you go, right? When you are meeting a friend, try and meet a friend and say, if there's any park around your house, right? Or your college or wherever, try and go to meet a friend and walk in the park, right? It does not always have to be a planned. See, you guys are studying hard, right? It takes I understand that, that no one expects you girls to go join a gym and exercise and then go to the class. It's not possible. So you have to set realistic, achievable goals, which is what you start with. How can I wake up and just do 10 minutes of silence, meditation, calm my mind? How can I follow a mindful day? Be mindful about where I can walk, where I can take the stairs, drink lots of water. This is all self-care. Mark that, okay, 1 liter before lunch and 1 liter after lunch, and half a liter before, once I come home, right? So these are small steps in self-care. And your thoughts, you have to control your thoughts also. You cannot be you cannot follow a very healthy life and eat clean. You have to also, very important, we love fast food, we love pizzas, burgers, but this does affect your young girls, okay? A lot of you will face challenges like PCOS, some will have, period pains, but all of this comes from a lot of dietary things. So plain, good, clean food, and let those foods should be sometime foods, right? Like what you want to eat and treat yourself, but those can't be like everyday food. Ke roj canteen mein jaake ek samosa khana hai, that then you are your enemy, right? So all of this is self-care.
Absolutely, ma'am. There are some questions that are coming on the chat, and one of it is that, was there any day when you felt like not doing anything?
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, I'll repeat myself. Was there any day when you felt like not doing anything? And if yes, then how did you deal with it?
All the time. Okay? We are not robots, we are humans. And you have to not be hard on yourself, right? We all have bad days. I have bad days. I'm not superhuman. And when I have bad days, I acknowledge to myself, okay, today I'm feeling like this. This is the reason I'm feeling like this. And how am I going to, okay, let me now, first thing, don't over dwell on it. Don't overthink, right? Okay, today's a bad day. Let me not fight it. let me see what's the best I can do given how I'm feeling, and then get on with it. If you dwell too much on a situation, chances are it's going to completely take you in, right? So you have to move on, which you young, this generation.
Ma'am, there's a lovely question from our audience that how do you stay grounded and positive in such a demanding industry?
Exercise, meditation, mindfulness. So, I have to give you a very small example. Many years ago, I had a very, very big fashion show. And what happened was I had a set which had a lot of electric wiring, and uh, there was a lot of uh, there was rain, and the set was outside, and before they could bring it to the venue, the electric wiring all went off, and the show was delayed by more than an hour. And it was, this is many years ago, where tweeting was, everything was on the Twitter. So people had started tweeting delayed show, this, that, and everybody was coming to me. But I kept my cool because I really wanted the show to go on the way I'd imagined it. And the reason I was able to do it is because exercise makes you, I'm a runner, right? I run long distances. I trek. What does that teach me? It teaches me resilience, that don't give into the situation and don't give up. These are the two learnings that I have from distance running and from my trekking, that don't give in and don't give up, right? This too shall pass. And I remained calm. And then the set came on, and the show was very well received. And everybody had forgotten that it was an hour late, right? So these are sort of small examples that you just have to sort of stay calm, centered.
Ma'am, there is this question. I don't know, like, how is it relevant? Like, she says that how did you manage to leave your sport? I don't know if you left it or not, to a completely different thing that you are doing now. Wasn't it hard to leave something behind to practically choose a career for yourself that provides you money? Like maybe you were interested in trekking and running, but choosing a career that provides you money, like prioritizing that over, like the question says that.
So, I was never a professional hockey player. Like I used to play hockey for my state, and then I went to when I was in school and sub juniors, and then I went to college, and I did not look at it as a profession. Right, I was not a professional hockey player. However, it is because of my sport background. It is because of my that I continue, and I'm not a professional runner. I'm a hobby runner, right? I run marathons because I love to run. So it's not that I left something to do this. That is my passion, and this is my profession, right? So I'm continuing to live with what ignites my passion and what profession I chose because I'm passionate about my profession, right? So it's not that I sort of gave up one for the other.
So the next question is how to stop venting on problems repeatedly and start facing it confidently to learn, grow from problems instead of resisting it, and also how to discover who we truly are and what we really want in our life.
Okay, that's a very loaded question because the thing is, guys, when you're at the age that you all are, 18, 19, 20, we're very anxious of what life uh, will our dreams come true? Will I achieve what I want to achieve? So, you have a lot of self-doubts, right? At the same time, you are very ambitious. So what I want to tell you is there will be many moments of self-doubt. many moments of you will second guess yourself. However, you have to remain very focused, very, very focused, right? And that's the only way. Don't lose focus of your goals. Now, the goalpost may shift. The goalpost may shift from time to time. What you think in your first year of college, or what you want to achieve, or what you want to be, maybe not the same thing which you will think of when you're in your third year. And you will go to post graduation, and you will realize, I have chosen this field, but that's not what I want to pursue. And it is okay. It is okay to make changes. It is okay to, you have to be outside of the box more so now. But the only thing that you have to not give up is on yourself. The goalpost shifts, our vision of what we've thought was shifts. Don't be hard on yourself, right? However, the focus to remain on track should never ever be something that you consider it being okay. Talk to your mentors, talk to friends, talk to school, talk, like your professors, talk to anyone that you feel, and talk to multiple people. But doesn't mean that you're talking to 10 people and you're taking 10 thought processes, and in all of that you've forgotten what your own personal calling is, right? So be very rooted. Hence, it's okay to shift around and explore and experience, but that never means that you guys never give up and never give in.
Absolutely, ma'am. That's so relatable. I just felt like that I was hearing myself again, and I was hearing Madhi ma'am saying again the same thing. Because I
Yes.
remember I was discussing the same thing with ma'am, and then she was quoting me exactly same, and then I realized that how important you guys are like in my life. Um, moving on to the next question. Akshita asked that what advice would you give to the students who dream of making it big in the fashion or a creative field?
The most important thing is to be authentic. Don't try to be like anyone else, right? Stay on track, right? Remain very, you have to, there are multiple things within the world of fashion, and there are many, many ideologies in the world of fashion. But you have to remain authentic to yourself, to your creativity, to your thought, what your creative direction is. Just because some other designer is very successful and you think that you should start making clothes like them, then you are not going to succeed, right? It's you're going to just be copying. So it is very important to be authentic, identify your style, and remain true to that. But that takes time, that takes practice. It comes after several tries and several hits and misses that you identify, okay, this is what I relate to the most. And when it is pure from the heart, you hit the bullseye, then you're on it.
Absolutely, ma'am. So I wanted to ask that we often hear that health is the real wealth, but as women, we sometimes, forget to prioritize it while handling so many things all together. So I would love to know from you that why do you think it's so important for a woman to stay healthy?
Okay. Uh, you know, if you are a health, when the old saying, no, health is wealth, if you do not have good health, you will not be successful in anything. Because if, as a woman, today you're a young girl, tomorrow you will get married, you'll have a family. So you're the foundation of your family, right? Can a weak foundation build a strong structure? Never, right? So if, as a woman, you're a foundation, you're the backbone, you're the foundation of your family. So if you're not healthy, if you do not believe in healthy choices, you will not raise a healthy family. And as a person today, when you are more empowered with knowledge, with what is good, what is not good, small things like how important it is to drink water, how important it is to eat vegetables, how important it is to eat uh, whole foods as opposed to, chips, cookies, biscuits, samosa, that you take that knowledge as a girl to your family, you influence their lifestyle choices. Now, look at the impact you're able to make. So if you're not a health is essential, not just, a fit body. You don't just have to look good. You don't have to be slim and trim and look good. That's not healthy. Healthy is different. Healthy is when you are mentally, physically, emotionally healthy. And that comes when you invest in yourself. And as women, if you are the foundation of your family, the as a healthy family will make a healthy nation. That's where it all starts. Correct?
Just right now you mentioned about investing in ourselves. I kind of want a little elaboration on that. Like, what kind of investing on ourselves that can actually help our nation, you said that indirectly. Like, being the part of family, we help our family, and like good families make good nations. So I want a little elaboration on that.
So when you have when you are health, so when I said when you invest in yourself, mental, physical, emotional, right? When you're healthy, when mentally, emotionally, physically, you are building a healthy foundation for your family. You are building a healthy, uh, as a homemaker. I'm a homemaker also. I'm a fashion designer and I've worked for 30 years of my life, but I'm still a homemaker. I have a daughter at home who's as old as you. I have a husband, right? So all of that matters also, because I'm able to I'm 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 healthy. I'm able to raise a healthy family. I'm able to contribute to the GDP of the nation. I'm able to offer employment to people. Now, to me, all that is a very how does that come? That comes being investing in myself. And if I am not invested in myself, I'm not able to do any of that. Does it make any sense?
Okay, absolutely, ma'am.
Right? If I'm not taking care of myself, and if I'm a very sad person, and if I'm not a very I'm not productive, I'm watching nonsense on television, I'm feeding my brain watching nonsense on television, uh, am I going to be able to contribute to the design world?
No, ma'am, no.
That's also part of investing in yourself. What you watch, what you read, how do you navigate, and what narrative that you build for your family as a woman. it impacts your immediate surrounding, it impacts my work surrounding, and in return, it impacts I believe it would impact the country, right? So these are small ways in how you contribute to the nation.
Ma'am, our audience wants to know that what are some simple yet effective ways to prioritize physical well-being in a busy work schedule?
What are the simple?
Yet effective ways to prioritize physical well-being in a busy work schedule.
Physical well-being? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
First is be more active. Definitely focus on being active, right? Sometimes, when you are studying for exams, you have to do a lot of, depends what you're studying, you have to do rote learning, right? You have to read, you have to learn. You don't necessarily have to sit on your desk. जितनी जगह है 10 steps है तो 10 steps आगे पीछे चलो, right? Active. Try and exercise. Try, you, like I said, you guys are very young. You guys don't have to go to the gym. Okay? Exercise at home, 10 minutes. Do walk more. Walk to college when you can. Encourage your friends, your classmates, colleagues to walk. These are small baby steps, correct? I understand that when you are in college, the academic load is very, very intense pressure, right? But like I repeatedly have said to you, a fit body is a fit mind for success, because you'll not be a slave to your emotions, right? So that's what I can tell you. Small steps are exercise, walk, drink lots of water, eat fruit, eat more whole foods, drink small things like have nimbu pani, right? Avoid having Pepsi, Coke, pizzas, burgers, kabhi kabhi kha lo, like set a goal for yourself that maybe I should have this twice a month only. Just basic, make regular home food your best friend. Embrace simplicity. Embrace simplicity. I personally follow, even though I'm from the world of fashion and I meet all these fancy people and all the, movie stars and this and that, but I believe in very simple living. My motto is reductive simplicity. Nothing additional, whether it's thoughts, feelings, food, clothes, nothing. So that's also something that you guys should practice.
Ma'am, I really loved how you put all that embrace simplicity. It all starts with taking small steps. I absolutely loved it. And our audience is also very engaged and they're finding it interesting and they're so inspired. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Since, ma'am, most of our audience is again young professionals and students, there is this question that comes that what's one simple thing that we can start doing today to feel more balanced and energetic? Now, I see that seems a quite repeating question since I mentioned that doing small things today and then eating good food, simple diet, and maintaining all of that. But if I'll have to mention an activity, a certain habit that they can start doing today that can help them in long term, what it can be?
I would say meditation.
Yeah.
Make meditation your best friend. And if you start at this age, it's going to become second nature, right? Sometimes you will seek answers. You will find them when you're meditating. Sometimes you have choices And when you sit in silence, you will get your answer. That's one thing. Meditation is extremely beneficial for both the mind and body, right? And second thing, I would encourage everybody to walk, not in the current 500 AQI. We are in a very Delhi. I don't know how many girls are, logged in from Delhi, but Delhi NCR is not a right time to be going outside. So there are various ways of being active. Learn, some basic 5-6 exercises that don't require time, like 15 minutes, whether it is a Surya Namaskar, whether it is just 4 or 5 basic moves. That's what we should, if all of you should aim for. And I think I don't know any really college going kids who are that interested in exercising or, going for walks. And those are old people things. But really, trust me, when you start doing it, you will notice how far more alert your mind is and how less tired you get. Meditation and walking. For now, for starters, let's keep it simple. These are the good things. And then if anybody is a little more ambitious, then try and do like only 3 exercises, because I say only 3 days a week. I'm going to only exercise 3 days a week. And these 3 exercises, morning and night, choose whichever time works for you. Only 10 minutes. Scrolling is the worst thing for a human mind, and that too, a mind of your mental and, your growth. Neuroplasticity says that what you feed to your mind, to your brain consistently is how the brain becomes, right? So that's neuroplasticity, right? Constantly, if you are doing repetitive actions, definitely change the brain. So meditate. That's one thing you can do. All of you girls can do.
Thank you so much for the answer, ma'am. Well, you ma'am mentioned right now that I don't know how college students are actually very interested in running or not, but I see a lot of college people running through it, because since I'm an LSR, I see a lot of cadets. Like, I'm an NCC personally, right? So we see a lot of people running, weightlifting, and then I've seen people exercising, gymming in LSR, and probably in most of the colleges as well. I guess the only problem where lies is that doing it every day, because I can see people doing it first day, the third day, the sixth day, but the seventh day, like no one is there. So I feel like consistency is the problem. And there was this coming question from that thing only, that I may find my way, I may do my thing the very first day, the second day, but I cannot do it regularly. I cannot maintain a balance. I cannot maintain consistency. The answer is not there. Like, how can we do that? How can we maintain consistency?
Because don't set unrealistic goals, right?
Right.
And remember, consistency is king. The only thing, compounding. It's compounding. What you put in your body, what you do with your body is going to only compound in for yourself in the future, right? Guys, I am telling you, I was watching an interview, and if I find the link, I will share it with the team, and then you guys get to see it. And that a lot of CEOs, women CEOs who have been very successful, they're CEOs, so they are clearly successful. And these are global companies. And what was common amongst all of them was that they played a sport and that they were very active people. So, sport or any sort of, whether you are a gym enthusiast or whether you're a running enthusiast, whether you are anything, right? What you practice physically makes you very resilient, right? So it does affect in your career. It helps you perform better, because in sports, when you play a sport, either you win, but you never lose because you learn. Remember, right? You win, but you never lose because you learn. And that learning goes a long way in life. That's why consistency comes from first starting setting small goals. 7 days a week, even I can't do anything. It's not humanly possible unless you're a professional athlete and that's all you do, right? So, small goals. I keep repeating myself, small goals, achievable goals that I will. No, don't make a goal for yourself after today's call. Get very inspired and say, okay, I'm going to go do something every single day. No, 3 days a week. That's all you need. 3 days, every alternate day. That I will do something for my body every alternate day. That's it. And consistency. Look, you'll wake up and you'll say, आज मेरे को नहीं करना यार meditation. ये रोज रोज एक दिन नहीं करूंगी तो क्या होगा? You know? Don't. Okay, ठीक है, आज नहीं करूंगी तो कल जरूर करूंगी. Right? That's it. But then you got to pick up. You cannot keep discounting for yourself, right? Because we are humans. So set regular achievable goals of 3 days a week, that I should do this, 3 days, and discipline. That one day I can slip, second day I can slip, but third day I got to pick myself up. And by the way, guys, no one is coming to, remember, no one is coming to inspire you. No one is going to come and wake you up from your bed. No one is going to come and tell you, now you need to do this for yourself. It's you who has to be driven. The drive has to be within you. The desire has to be within you. And the day that drive and desire is there, you're unbeatable. No one can come and stop you. You are going to fly. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not that sports makes you physically strong. No, it's sports make you, any sort of physical activity gives you mental and physical resilience. Got it? That's why I keep emphasizing that you guys, girls, we are never told, our brothers are encouraged to play a sport, gully cricket khelo, football khelo. How many girls have you seen doing that? None of us do it. We are from our childhood told, thoda khana banana seekh lo, आगे वही काम आने वाला है, right? But we, of course, that's a strength. I have a daughter. I teach her that, Ananya, you must know how to cook. You must know how to do this. But at the same time, I tell her, you must look after your physical, like you must be very conscious, that you consciously go for a run, thoda park mein jao, 2 chakkar maar ke aa jao, right? So, and that's what gives me joy as a mother. And that's what gives me joy talking to you girls. That as much as I tell her to develop skills which are, look, cooking skills are universal. They apply for men and women today globally, right? In India, we are far more leaning towards women doing all of this. But it does not hold true globally. Likewise, being active, being physically fit, being engaged in sports or any sort of physical activity, walking, running, whatever, is essential.
I think that was really a beautiful reminder for all of us to stay confident, strong, and healthy. Also, here's a question I think many of us are curious to know about. How do you manage to keep your creativity flowing after being in the fashion world for so long?
I like to spend a lot of time outdoors, and I spend a lot of time in nature. I go hiking, and nature inspires me a lot. And so I go spend time in the mountains. I will go off when I have a long weekend. I will walk in the forest, and when I'm not able to do that because work demands, life demands, I like to go to a lot of parks. Delhi has nice parks. Lodi Garden. I go to Jahapana. I go to Sanjay Van. I walk and I run, and that's where when I'm running, my brain is blank, and when I'm in the mountain, by textures, by trees, by flowers. So that's how I keep the creativity.
That's so wonderful, ma'am. It was amazing how you draw inspiration even from nature and everything. That was so amazing.
So
Thank
what
you,
do
Prabha.
you? I want to ask you girls. What is? No, you all of you, everybody watching, listening. What is your you know what makes you tick in life? What is that makes you tick?
Ma'am, can you repeat like what makes you?
What makes you tick? What keeps you going? What do you look forward to? What changes do you want to see in your life?
Okay, so we have answers coming. You can wait for like 5 seconds. I can answer personally, like if you would like to.
Sure.
Like since I'm an NCC cadet, I love doing drills. I love commanding. I love army life, basically military life. So I keep going to camps. I keep attending different events. I keep watching army generals speak like anything. Like I love watching them.
So
So
my dad was in the army.
wow,
That
nothing more
shaped me a lot.
fantastic. Exactly. Like army people की life is something different to an extent. So that is like a personal kick to me. अगर मैंने सुबह सुबह 6 बजे उठ के ड्रिल कर लिया तो 8:45 पे जाके मैं पढ़ सकती हूँ क्लास में. Like I can do that. For people it can be tiring. कि उनके लिए physically things can get tiring, but that's a kick for me. I personally enjoy it and I love it. Only when I don't do it is when I'm medically ill, my doctor. Just a short case. I went to the doctor and it says that you were suffering from bacterial infection and you will be on rest because you cannot do any physical excursion. And I say him that I'm so sorry, sir, but I'm an NCC cadet. I cannot do that. And he had this big smile on his face. So that's like my personal kick of life.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Um, for me, it's like the little things, learning, meeting new people, and doing what I love to do. This is what something keeps me going every day to meet new people who inspires me, and the progress that keeps me motivated. So
Excellent. Excellent.
Ma'am, we have people saying yoga in section, like for people, yoga, writing stories, like their hobbies and activities that they wish and they like to do.
Wonderful, wonderful. When I sometimes when I come home or in the evening when I'm smiling and I'm chatting, or when I'm at home Sunday afternoon, and I'm sitting with my family and I'm very chatty and happy. So my husband and my daughter will always say, "Looks like Mama's had a very good run today." And when I am sometimes I'm in a very chid mood, then they'll be like, "Looks like you didn't have a good run today." Like if I'm training for a race and I have a workout to do and it's not done, I've not been able to meet my target paces, etc. Then they'll be like, "Oh, looks like you didn't have a good run today," right? So that's how life is. And for everybody, it's not perfect, right?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. It's 1 hour, and we'll just have like last question for the day. And it was absolutely wonder to hear you for like different questions and different perspective. Lastly, if you had to leave everyone here with one message about health, purpose, and creating a meaningful career, what would it be?
Health, purpose, and a meaningful career.
Career, yeah.
Okay. First is you have to define what is meaningful to you. I cannot define your meaningful, right? I can help you understand what good may seem to you because you're young and I have experience, but I cannot define your meaningful. You have to define your meaningful. And so, health is, like I have repeatedly said, health is not looking slim, trim, and beautiful. It's far from it. That's vanity. That's not health. So don't chase that. That's the wrong thing to chase. You have to chase mental, emotional, physical well-being. Mental, you have to be mentally strong. Emotional, you have to be emotionally strong. And physical, that you have the good health, that you are able to, guys, a lot of you will go in the social sector, some of you will join the corporate sector, some of you will join, um, you'll be academicians, you will do research, anything, all of this will demand a very elevated mental, physical, emotional version of you, right? If you join the social sector, you will have to be tough mentally and emotionally to withstand. Our country has so many challenges, from corruption to casteism to racism, right? You're not going to be able to be brave and strong and independent and fierce if you're not mentally and emotionally strong. Will you succeed? No. And even if you're mentally and emotionally strong, but if you're not healthy and physically strong, you will break, right? So, as women, and I address women because our bodies, we go through far more than what men go through, right? There are far more changes through adolescence, through, various stages of our life. So our aim should be to be mentally, emotionally, and physically strong. And when you have all of this, remember, you will be financially strong, right? So the first goal is to manage your thoughts, manage your emotions, and manage your body. And managing the body comes from being always mindfulness. So meditation, yoga, exercise, pranayam. Now pranayama is very, very important. And making small changes in your life. Everybody who lives in Delhi right now should have a small piece of good. That's very, very good. It is pocket friendly. It is easy access. Small piece of good. Try and get nice desi good. Just anybody from the villages try and get desi good. Small piece. Too much is very fattening. Small piece. It's very, very good to keep your lungs strong. Pranayam, breathing exercises to keep your lungs strong. Meditation to keep your mind strong, right? And some form of physical activity. Now the pollution is bad, so we cannot walk. So we have to manage within whatever we can do. Just be physically very active. बैठ के मत बोलो मम्मी पानी दे दो, खुद उठ के ले लो. Those things those things work. We all do that. My daughter does that, but it's okay if we are studying. We can memorize something walking up and down, right? Those will add steps to us. So these are small steps that you take towards your well-being. Next is consistency. Please be consistent, right? You cannot attend college one day and not attend next day and attend the next day. Will you secure good marks? No. You have to be consistent. Likewise, you have to be consistent in your taking care of your body, right? Just the thought of being good to yourself is not enough. And then comes your choosing right, being mindful about your career choices, which you guys already are. So that box is already ticked. You are at KARM, could be at a better place, right? You get the best guidance. So everything else is in your hands, right? So you guys have to follow that path. You guys have to be very, very disciplined. Consistency, discipline, mindfulness, meditation. You're set for life. Remember, only the disciplined ones are free. Otherwise, you're a slave to your emotions. Yeah? So, all of you, anybody, if ever wants to go for a walk, run, when the AQI is better, please take my number, take my email, call me, wherever you guys are, we can set up. And I have always told, I have two mentees, one of them I keep encouraging to come for walks with me, and we always meet in a garden and we walk and we sit. So the offer is open to all of you. Whoever is keen, wants to run a race in Delhi in February, March, 4K, 5K, you please be, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to, sort of take you in that, be part of that journey with you.
Sure, ma'am, absolutely. It just reminded me of the recent marathon that I attended, the Shoravir marathon for the army generals and all the retired people and even
Yeah,
generals. That was actually a fantastic journey. That was it. And it ek ghanta kaise nikal gaya, I couldn't even identify. It was really, really great talking to you. We actually covered so many aspects. I mean, apart from topic, and from your personal journey and experiences. And it was a wonderful talk, and I really enjoyed it. Even, in fact, we really enjoyed it.
I'm glad. I hope so. And I hope I meet you all soon and we can all go for a little walk or a run or just do a little yoga.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such a warm, insightful, and inspiring session. Every word you shared today truly reflected your journey filled with dedication, creativity, and strength. And the way you spoke about staying consistent in your work, finding joy in whatever you do, and keeping your creativity alive through discipline and curiosity. It was so inspiring and lovely to hear your experiences from building your own label to working the biggest fashion platforms. And on behalf of the entire KARM team, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, ma'am, for taking out this time to be with us, for sharing your wisdom and journey so openly, and for reminding us that strength comes from balance of body, mind, and spirit. It has lovely been a privilege and a pleasure listening to you this evening. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed myself and I hope to meet you all in person soon. Thank
Definitely.
you. Bye bye. See you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, thank you so much.